This video is all about using Google, Google Search, Chrome, and how to effectively add extensions and add-ons to make your Google experience better. So one of the first things when using Google that you need to understand is using Google Search is searching for the right terms. So if I search, for example, for my head hurts, that might not be as useful as searching for the term headache, which would be a medical term. So if I'm searching for a headache, then I would get information about 17 types of headaches, causes, and how to get rid of them. So the first thing that you need to know is how to search using the right search terms. When you do a search for something, so say that I am going to look for, I'm going to search for Jaguar, right? And so I've got a search, and I'm doing a search for Jaguar. The first thing that I get, I'm getting all kinds of stuff about Jaguar. And you'll see right off the top is that I've got here Jaguar USA, sedans, cars. I've got all kinds of stuff here, and it looks like it's a lot about the cars. I do have some pictures of Jaguars and things like that. One of the things that I can do with my search term is I'm looking just for Jaguar, but I'm looking for the animal, not the car. So if I add a search term and I put a hyphen in here and I take the word car out and I hit my search again, then it takes out and I have eliminated the Jaguar USA. I still have Jaguar. I've got some stuff on here, but I have gotten rid of by eliminating anything in my search term that has the word car in it by using the hyphen. I've eliminated the ad or what I was looking for. Just like if I was going to look for a Tesla and it brings up a Tesla for me, and I've got everything in here that's about a Tesla. The graph on the right will give you information based on location, or this is called the knowledge graph. So this would be on the right-hand side of the screen that might give you a location of where something is at or a company that you might be looking for. Also includes your closest, where if you're looking for something, you might get a map or a filter that would give you information about it. But so I've got a lot of information on here. So let's say and this goes back to our image search that we talked about. When I'm doing my search, I can use my different filters here to search for different things that I'm looking for. One of the other things that is really great with Google that I can do is, let's just say here that I'm looking for the Iranian hostage crisis. And so I've got this in, and this is actually pretty new with Google. They changed it over in October. It used to be that if you wanted to search for things, and one of the things we teach our kids and that we should know is how to search by a different perspective. So when I go here, I've got different things about the Iranian hostage crisis. I've got sites from history.com. I've got from the state.gov. I've got stuff from CNN. One of the things that I'm not getting is other perspectives. And when you are looking for searching things, one of the things to look at or think about is you always want to look and use what's known as the rule of three. If you're looking up information on a topic, you want to go to three different sources of information and compare that information. And then you still have to use your best judgment to come up with what are the facts and what is it that we know. And so one of the things that we can do is I'm looking here for anything. If I want to look for images of the Iranian hostage crisis, I can click here. This would give me videos, books, news. I can go down to more, and I can get, sometimes this might be other things that I could get. What I'm going to do is if I go into my search settings, there's some things that I can do. And what I want to do is I'm going to go into advanced search. Advanced search is going to open up a whole new set of tools that I can put in that I'm looking for. And so one of the things that I can do here that makes it really easy is I can search by a region. So by default, I'm looking at the region that we're in, which is the United States. But what I want to do is maybe look for information based on the Iranian perspective or point of view. So I'm going to scroll down here and I am going to click on, I'm going to look for Iran. So I'm looking for that region. The last update I can put in here if I'm looking for stuff that was updated last year or last month or anytime. We're going to look, see if there's anything that's out there from the region of Iran. Where safe search by default is on for, so we're filtering exclusive rights, and we are going to do our advanced search. And so here we've got one, and you can see here, this one has got this one here. And so one of the things that you do need to know is the country codes, because it'll be found in the site. So if I look right here, I have the country code of .ir, which is for Iranian. So here's .ir for Iranian. So that's going to let me know that there's some information. So here's some information here. So this right here is going to give you a completely different perspective of how the hostage crisis was perceived by people of Iran. And so that's something that, we as teachers and students should also be aware of, is that not everything is seen from our point of view, and that this will help, especially with the flattening of the world and the increased digital age, of being able to find new information. Another great tool using Google that you guys can do is what is called Scholar. So if I go to scholar.google.com, this brings up a search engine that looks at just scholarly articles and case law. And so what I can look for here, if I am looking for something on electricity, let's just say I'm looking for something on electricity. So these are going to be just scholarly articles. I can look for anything on electricity that's since 2017. So I'm looking for the interest of it. But this is something, it is going to be more academic papers. It's going to be, the content might be a little much for some of our students, but it's a great way to look at and review just scholarly articles. So this is going to be stuff that's coming from EDUs, academic universities, and it is going to be something that is going to be a little bit more academic in nature. Next thing that we want to talk about is Google extensions and add-ons and how they can help you. So the easiest way to get to them is you can go to the Google Chrome Web Store. So you can Google search it, Google Chrome Web Store. That will open up your Chrome Web Store for you. The other thing that you can do is you can, once you get your Chrome Web Store and you're looking at extensions, extensions are tools that enhance your browsing experience. And one of the things that's neat with Google is when you sign into Google, you can, it'll link up your extensions, your bookmarks, and your recent browsing history. So you can see all of the different extensions that you might have available. Extensions right here at the top. And here you can see there's a few of the extensions that I've got. But if you wanted to see all of your extensions, you can click on your three dots, which is going to open up your menu bar. I can go to more tools, and I can click on my extensions, and that's going to give me my extensions. A couple of things that you can do is with, like, some of these are installed directly by our district, and some of them I've added on. One of the things that I can also say is, and I don't use my incognito window a lot because I'm on my teacher computer, but you can, with certain apps, you can click if you would like to add it to, if it will allow, if you want to allow it to work in incognito, which means that it would also work in your Chrome browser as well as when you go into incognito. So this is different ones that we've got. We talked about earlier the Google Cast for Education, which will allow you to turn your Google Chromebook into basically a device that will cast student machines to your projector. Screencast has got some great information. Kiosk, this is another really good one. This one you can launch a URL and make it as a full screen kiosk, so it'll keep students on one web page or website as opposed to going into something else. Screencastify is great for making screen videos. All of the videos that I'm making for you are done with Screencastify. Share to Classroom, talked about briefly. This is a really good one. You click on that one, and I'll show you this one real fast. I've got it up here. I click on the Share to Classroom button, and that will open up all of my Google Classrooms, and it'll push whatever website that I am currently at to my Google Classroom. So my kids will, I'll be right there. They don't have to worry about typing in the wrong password. Did they do .com or .org? Where they supposed to type in? So it'll go right to the classrooms that they've got. And then you can also look for and get more extensions. Sent out that email just before winter break, all kinds of extensions based on subject. Too long didn't read. There's a ton of them that are out there. So if you're looking for certain extensions, let me know. Happy to help. We also go back to that email, and that will get you a bunch of extensions. The other thing with when you're searching is the big thing is just making sure that you're recognizing using keywords, you're filtering your search appropriately. You're trying to make it as succinct as possible. So when I'm searching for something, if I'm looking for planets instead, maybe I want all the planets, or maybe I just want one planet. So if I go and then I can look for images, and this is going to give me images of planets. And so if I knew that instead of just looking for planets, maybe my project was just on Mars, I can go to Mars and look just at Mars. Then in my image search, I can go to tools here, and maybe I want to have a black and white image of Mars. So then I click that, and this is going to give me black and white images of Mars. We talked about also the usage rights. Again, if this is something that I'm going to do that I don't need to modify it, I can label for non-commercial reuse. These are going to be images that I can easily put into my project without having to give credit, or because it's part of the Creative Commons, or it is the OpenGNU. I can use those modifiers, the hyphen we talked about, to put my search terms in there. I can also filter my results. If I go back here and I'm looking at all of the information, I can filter my results on Mars. Maybe I'm looking for something I heard on the news that something big just happened. I can look for stuff about Mars that happened in the past 24 hours. So this will give me information that came back in the last 24 hours that's come up with it. I can also put on here, if I want to, I can set them so that it's got verbatim. Verbatim is a great way to do this. If I put something in, it will search for it exactly as it appears in the text. Verbatim is a tough one, because if it doesn't appear exactly verbatim as you've got it, you didn't put it in wrong, then it's not going to come back and give you it's not going to come back and give you the results. And so if I wanted to do a verbatim, let's see here, if I do this, won't you forget about me, the song from Simple Minds. So I'm going to go here, and we're going to make this a verbatim, and we're not going to take this off. Oh, hold on here. Anytime. What happened? I lost my. Don't you forget about me. And I'm going to make this to be anytime verbatim, and I'm going to do a search for it. So this is going to give me, so here it's got exactly in here. So it'll give me my Simple Minds song, Don't You Forget About Me. So if we're looking for, so it's got it exactly in there as it was verbatim. Another way that you can do that is by putting the quotes around it. When you use the quotes in a search, the quotes are saying that you're looking for exactly that. So it has to be exactly that. So that would then pull up the song, Don't You Forget About Me. So if you're looking for something like that, you can search verbatim. You have to know exactly what you're looking for in order to get it. We found this video helpful.